So why do I make YouTube videos? There were two influences. The first was seeing other guys making videos and doing really well. Back in 2008, 2009, I was watching hypnotherapists, life coaches, dating coaches, and they were getting 30, 40, 50,000 hits per video. And they were life coaching, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a life coach. But the thing that actually got me up off my backside down to the shops to actually buy a camera and figure this stuff out was a documentary that I watched. It was this guy, he needed to lose weight. He was borderline diabetic. I think he'd been given a couple of years to live. And he documented his journey. And he lost the weight. And what I garnered from it was that I can imagine that the process of documenting his journey helped him to adhere to the program, because there was a lot riding on it, not just the fact that he's been given these last 2 years to live, but there's a lot behind the documentary, and I can imagine it being very cathartic for him. And after watching this documentary, I remember I got a bonus at work, a £400 bonus, and straight away, it might have been that day, I went down to Argos, I got the camera, and I figured it out, began practicing, talking to the camera. And the essence of it was that I was going on a journey. The first set of videos I made were me doing daily candle focus and talking about the changes I was going through. So it was to help inspire other people to do daily meditation, candle focus, and experience a difference, to change. And that's what makes life exciting, that you can change and evolve and grow and see life from a different perspective, and that's what makes life rich. And so what kept me making videos was I would get on camera, I'd share, I'd get feedback, and it was very exciting and cathartic, and I got a lot out of it. But I reached a point in my life where I began to find it difficult to talk about my own process that I was going through. Difficult to word it in a way that I was happy with, to give it the context that was befitting of the changes I was going through. Not only that, but financially, I was finding it a challenge to really make it as a life coach. And so I found myself going down a different path into technology. And the other thing is, I made a video about how I don't want to be a spiritual guy, I don't want to be a good guy. And what I meant by that was, I just want to be me. I just want to be me. Besides that though, there were other things going on. I've actually got some chips in the oven, so I'm going to have to go in a minute. But the other thing I wanted to say was, a lot of my videos were based around these challenges, these 30-day challenges, and I'd set myself these targets. Sometimes we do that. We set these outrageous goals as a way to compensate for how we feel. We're not feeling good about ourselves. We don't feel good in our own skin. And so we try to make up for that by taking massive action. And I'm all for action. I'm all for aiming for the stars. You'll at least land on the moon. But the way that I was doing it was to compensate for not feeling good in the present. I remember watching a video of a guy, and he said that he's got a big YouTube channel. He's a minimalist. He's well known. He's probably a millionaire. But he said that it's easy, extremes are easy. And I know what he meant by that. I can set myself these outrageous schedules, polyphasic sleep schedules where I'm only getting 4 hours sleep, and I can easily stick to it. I might burn out eventually, but it's easier to stick to that than it is to trust that I'll be guided to the next step. It's easier to do that than it is to trust that I don't have to treat this present moment as a means to an end. I can just be here, take the step that's in front of me, knowing that the next step will present itself, and trusting that my excitement will guide me down the path of least resistance. It will guide me down the path I need to go down, and that I'm supported. So I've been going through some changes. I'm rebranding myself. Life coaching, though, it didn't go away. I thought it had, but it's not going away. It's a part of me. And so I'm retaking the life coaching diploma that I never completed. And so my goal is to complete that this year. So I can imagine that I will make future videos, and my life coaching practice will be an offering as a part of that, along with my own journey that I'm going through. But I'm gonna share not where I am now, not the step that I'm taking now. I'm gonna share with you the steps that I've taken in maybe the last year or so, specifically the last 3 months this year. I think it will be easier for me to share that with you in the proper context, because I've moved through it and I've taken what resonated from the past year and I've dropped what I found out not to be me. So there you have it. I hope you got something from that video. I think I said everything I pretty much wanted to say. This takes some doing to try it, to get on camera and to share authentically, because your ego is on your shoulder going, do you really want to reveal that about yourself? You've not said that in the right way. You probably offended a lot of people by what you just said. It takes some doing. So yeah, I do my best. A lot of the times I shoot the video and I realise I missed a very important part out, but it's learning to be okay with that. When it comes to the internet, sometimes you've just got to let people figure it out for themselves. Okay, like, I don't waste my time in battles, arguments and debates. Okay, sometimes you just got to let people figure it out for themselves. They're on their own journey. We're all headed in the same place. Some of us will take the long way around, but all of the paths lead to the source. Hope you got something from that. I'll catch you later. Peace.